is Radio Romania International. You are listening to our half-hour broadcast in English for listeners in Western Europe, Southeast Asia and the Pacific area. We can also be heard on the internet in WMA, MP3 and AAC Plus formats at www.rri.ro Channel 1. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Flickr and Pinterest. We wish you good reception conditions.
Welcome to this broadcast on Radio Romania International. Radio Newsreel.
Hello, I am Daniel Vils at the microphone. We invite you to stay tuned for another broadcast coming from Radio Romania International Studios in Bucharest. In Radio Newsreel today, after the news, you can listen to a commentary on the new European Commission, followed by another one focusing on the 2014 edition of the Bucharest Automotive Show. And now stay tuned for the news with Vlad Palcu.
The headlines. Romania's President Drm on Thursday and Friday is attending the sessions of the European Council. The Romanian Foreign Ministry has condemned the terrorist attacks on the Canadian Parliament. Romanian military and the personnel of 2 US battleships have taken part in a joint drill in the Black Sea. And Romanian tennis player Simona Halep has qualified to the semi-finals of the Champions Tournament in Singapore. Europe's economic situation, the Ukraine crisis and the Ebola outbreak are high on the agenda of the European Council session, which is underway in Brussels on Thursday and Friday. Representing Romania is President Drm, who will also be meeting with other presidents and prime ministers of EU member states, as well as community institutions' newly appointed heads, due to start their term in office this autumn during an inaugural session focusing on energy policies and climate change. On the sidelines of the European Council sessions, President Băsescu will be holding talks with his counterparts from neighboring Bulgaria and the so-called Visegrad Group, bringing together such Central European states as Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary. In Brussels, Băsescu will also take part in the summit of the European People's Party, Right of Centre and the most numerous group in the European Parliament. The Foreign Affairs Ministry in Bucharest has firmly condemned Wednesday's terrorist attacks on the Canadian Parliament and the National War Memorial, resulting in the death of a Canadian military, according to an Ager press release on Thursday. The Romanian Foreign Affairs Minister Titus Corlățean has dispatched a letter to his Canadian counterpart John Baird, expressing Romania's solidarity in such moments of difficulty, also offering condolences to the mourning families. Jointly with Canada and all the other democratic states, Romania has complied with its commitment to fight international terrorism and extremism, which pose a threat to democratic values and citizens' freedom and security, according to the Foreign Affairs Ministry in Bucharest. Romanian military and the crews of 2 American ships USS Cole, guided missile destroyer and USS Mount Whitney command ship on Thursday took part in a joint drill in the Black Sea. The Romanian naval forces took part in the drill with a King Ferdinand frigate, a missile carrier ship, 2 helicopters and a team of military of the Special Operations Naval Forces Group. Also involved in the drill were the Romanian Air Forces with 3 MiG-21 Lancer fighter jets. The aim of the drill is the joint training of Romanian and American military through a series of drills including maritime interdiction, the search and discovery of submarines, as well as air target identification and tracking procedures. The drill is a sequel of the joint Romanian-American action initiated with a view to boosting up the security and confidence level in the Black Sea. WTA fourth-ranked Romanian tennis player Simona Halep has qualified to the semi-finals of the Champions Tournament in Singapore, which concludes the WTA season and brings together the world's top 8 players. On Friday, in the red group, Halep will take on Ana Ivanovic of Serbia. US player Serena Williams moved over her defeat to Halep and defeated Eugenie Bouchard of Canada on Thursday. The world's number 1 player is now waiting for the result of the match between Halep and Ivanovic to see whether she remains in the competition. In the white group, Caroline Wozniacki of Denmark outperformed Agnieszka Radwanska of Poland, while Petra Kvitova of the Czech Republic eased past Maria Sharapova of Russia. Halep is the 3rd Romanian player ever to play in this competition, after Virginia Ruzic in 1983 and 1984 and Irina Spârla in 1998. The European Commission on Thursday has approved an investment worth €57.1 million as part of a project worth €69 million to develop large broadband infrastructure in Romania. The funds will go to developing an infrastructure some 3,000 kilometers long in areas where no electronic communications are available. The RoNet project will be implemented by late 2015 and will service 783 of the 2,268 towns identified as white areas. The project will contribute to reducing the digital difference between urban and rural areas by expanding broadband internet access. And that was the news on Radio Romania International.
Radio Newsreel continues on Radio Romania International. The new European Commission, led by Jean-Claude Juncker, lays emphasis on economic growth, investment and bolstering jobs. Călin Coțoiu has the details in a commentary by Roxana Vasile.
With 423 yea votes, 209 nay votes and 67 abstentions, the European Parliament on Wednesday voted to approve the new European Commission, due to take office on the 1st of November. The head of the new Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, presented the members of his team and the Commission's political platform for the next 5 years. Either we succeed in bringing European citizens closer to Europe, or we fail, said Juncker, warning about this last chance to regain the trust of citizens. In a European Union still struggling with the economic crisis, Juncker said he would present a 3-year investment plan of €300 billion by the end of the year, aimed at stimulating economic growth and bolstering job creation. In his opinion, national and European Union investment should go hand in hand with fiscal credibility and structural reform. In the meantime, EU member states should continue to keep their budget deficits under control. Investments are sorely needed in the economy, agreed Romania's Corina Crețu, who will be part of the new European Commission as holder of the regional policy portfolio. Ms. Crețu said that one of her priorities is to look for new ways of increasing member state absorption of European funds through the transfer of successful models used by countries such as Poland and Portugal to states like Romania and Bulgaria. She said, quote, "I have lived most of my life in a country that has enjoyed impressive economic growth thanks to the tools provided by EU membership. I have seen with my own eyes the consequences of policy cohesion on the lives of ordinary people." Unquote. However, after the crisis, Europe's economy has slowed down. The gaps between Europe's regions have widened, and now we have to work twice as hard to bring the economy back on track and generate jobs, Crețu went on to say. According to Jean-Claude Juncker, the European Union now has a 29th member state called the unemployed, many of them young people. The new EU Commissioner for Regional Policy, Corina Crețu, says it is such people she will be thinking of when she takes office.
Radio Newsreel continues on Radio Romania International. 16 big car makers are showcasing their latest models at the 12th Bucharest Auto Show, which got underway in Bucharest on Thursday. Find out more from Ana Maria Popescu in a report by Valentin Țigău.
Launched in 1993, the Bucharest Auto Show was held every year until 1996, and starting in 1997, once every 2 years. Organized by the Association of Car Makers and Importers, the fair was, until 2007, part of the calendar of the International Organization of Motor Vehicles Manufacturers. In 2011, the fair again became a national affair. Over 200 car models will be on display for the next 10 days, some of which can be seen for the first time in Romania, while others are already on the market. The local manufacturer, Dacia, which has just launched its stepway versions for the Docker and Logi models at the Paris International Auto Show this year, will not be present in Bucharest. Visitors to the show will also be treated to special events such as an exhibition of vintage cars. Another interesting event taking place during the fair is a social project entitled From Zero to Zorro. A vehicle will be dismembered to the tiniest pieces and then reassembled and sold, the money raised being donated to a home for orphan children. 80,000 visitors are expected. The exhibiting manufacturers include Ford, which has a car factory in Craiova in the south of Romania, as well as the German brands Opel and Volkswagen, which hold the biggest shares of the second-hand car market. The fair also brings together producers of car parts, accessories and equipment, a sector that has seen a lot of growth recently at global level. In Romania, this area is one of the driving engines of the local economy. Together with car manufacturing, the over 600 different companies specializing in car parts, accessories and equipment account for 11% of the gross domestic product and a quarter of Romania's exports. The increase is the result of Romanians' growing interest in the auto sector and is also reflected in the total number of car deliveries in Romania, which went up 27% in the first 9 months of the year compared to the same period last year. Romania is thus fourth in Europe in this respect. This growth is also visible across Europe, with the strongest economies on the continent reporting various increases. France 2.1%, Germany 2.9%, Italy 3.6%, Spain 17.2%, and Britain 9.1%.
You have been listening to Radio Newsreel on Radio Romania International.